Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike, and today we're going to take a look at an update from Jupiter regarding the launch pool, regarding voting, and regarding how the process for picking the airdrops is going to work. We're going to have a look at the Jupiter website, the Jupiter LFG portal. We're going to have a look at what Meow has to say. We're then going to have a quick look at the price action, and then we're going to tell you what we think of the potential airdrops. Before we do any of that, can we please ask you to like and subscribe to Crypto Warehouse and help us grow the channel? So the first thing to mention then, on Jupiter's own website, again, all the links to everything we talk about are going to be left in the description below. Added to the Jupiter website in the top bar is research. This is a new option. Previously it just said trade and station. You now have research. This takes you very nicely to the list of projects which have applied to be in the launch pool. Now, the one thing I would love to be added to this is a dark mode, because this really isn't very good for my eyes. The Crypto Warehouse towers are dark and we are locked in a room to make these videos, so this kind of brightness doesn't do me any good whatsoever.
Like you, I prefer the dark.
But as you can see on here, and I covered in a previous video, this shows you a list of all the LFG applications, and we've covered 3 of them in a previous video. Again, I will leave a link in the description below to that. So this shows you a complete list of everybody who has applied, and as of current standing, there are over 20 applications to be in the Jupiter launch pool. Now, for those of you who have just seen these videos and do not know why it's important to launch on Jupiter, it gives these projects massive exposure to the entire Solana community, and it gives them a way of distributing their tokens to people and get them into a decentralized pool of holders. It's very important when launching a project that you don't end up with 2 or 3 people holding 70% of the supply. It's important that you reach tens of thousands of people. So now we've seen the research portal, let's go and look at what this news is that's just been broken. 3 hours ago, Solana Floor posted up, breaking: Jupiter Exchange's LFG Launchpad voting to begin on the 4th of March, next week. Jupiter DAO will vote on the first 2 projects to be launched on the Launchpad. The 2 projects that receive the most votes are considered formally approved by the DAO. 75% of the Launchpad fees will be distributed to voters to increase the turnout. This is what we've been waiting for. And again, I'm going to go and have a look at the price action. I think Jupiter is wholly undervalued. Now, Meow, the top cat at Jupiter, has put up a full breakdown of everything to do with the LFG launch pool. We're not going to go through this word for word because there's too much information. I'm going to try and highlight the bits that I think are important to you. The first step is the LFG DAO vote. That is during the week of March the 4th. Jupiter DAO will vote on the first 2 projects from a maximum of 10. So the 2 with the most votes out of 10 will be launched on LFG. Important to remember, this will be a token-weighted vote. The more tokens you hold, the more votes you will be able to cast. The top 2 projects will be picked, and they will be allowed to be launched. If the 8 tokens which are not allowed to be launched want to reapply in the future, this is not a one and stop approach. They will be able to list themselves for future DAO votes. Secondly, voting. 2 slots per month. 2 projects per month from now on will be launched through the launch pool. That is 2 airdrops per month for you for voting, and to vote you need to hold the Jupe token. The incentives: 75% of the fees, including the 100 million Jupe from the Jupe launch, will be distributed to voters to increase turnout. The voting incentives will not be distributed immediately, likely with a vesting period of 3 to 6 months. Number 4, timing. There are multiple stakeholders involved, such as the projects, the team, and the voters. Timing has to be taken into account to ensure that projects are given sufficient heads up to plan their LFG launch. Transparency is also highly important. The Launchpad applications are transparent to everyone on the Jupiter Research Forum, allowing for community impact instead of other traditionally closed processes. In addition to all of this information, should you want to, there is a planetary call for dupe. These are available through the Discord channel. Again, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. I highly recommend that you participate in these calls so you can keep up to date. If you can't, you don't have time, stay tuned and subscribe to Crypto Warehouse, because we are covering dupe at every single step of the way. Now, one small thing to mention here, there appears to be a locking mechanism. Meow was asked by Mert of Jupiter. Meow has replied yes, but exact locking mechanism will be shared next week when the DAO is unveiled. So there will be some kind of vesting period for your dupe tokens. And of course, as we've just read, there will be a lock-in mechanism for the rewards to be distributed to you, whether that be 3 or 6 months. Before I get on to the conclusion then, let's have a quick look at the dupe price. Since its launch, it has wavered between 45 and 50 cents. There's been a little bit of price movement up and down, but as you can see, it is putting in higher lows. I think, very similar to Pi, I think dupe is going to rocket. My fair value and my opinion is that dupe is valued at between $1 and $1.50 at this moment in time, excluding the LFG drops. Remember, this is the largest DEX by volume, the largest aggregator on the Solana ecosystem. Solana is, of course, the 4th largest blockchain, so for dupe to be valued at under 1 billion, for me, is a bit on the cheap side for my liking. So 52 cents today. Again, I can see this doing a 2 or a 3x. I do hold dupe myself, and I am dollar cost averaging into dupe, but in no way, shape or form have I been paid to make this video. These are my opinions and my opinions only. So what did we learn from today? Well, first of all, we've learned that the voting mechanism will begin next week, March the 4th. That's the first thing we've learned. The second thing that we've learned is there will be a staking mechanism and a lock-in period for the rewards to be distributed. This is important because it stops people from buying dupe, taking the vote, and then dumping the coin. So that's important. The third thing that we've learned is there are going to be 2 airdrops a month. This is massive news, and I cannot believe this hasn't moved the price more. People are going to vote for the coins that add the most value to their portfolio. It is human nature. They're going to vote for the tokens they believe will have the largest market cap. And remember, when you get this airdrop, you don't have to sell them. There will be tokens that airdrop that fall into one of the markets or one of the niches in crypto that you enjoy. You're being given these tokens for free. That's the most important thing to bear in mind with that. Some tokens you will sell on the day of the launch, other tokens you might hold or might even buy into after they have been launched on Jupiter. So 2 per month, 24 airdrops per year on Jupiter of tokens. That is free money, free tokens, potentially in projects that you like. Some will be meme coins, some will be utility tokens, some might even be other DAOs themselves. So there's a lot to take into account when looking at what tokens to hold. But long term, how can you not be bullish on Jupiter? It is a massive exchange. It has massive turnover, massive revenues, a huge number of people using it every day. It's about to launch its DAO, and there are over 20 projects that want to launch on Jupiter. Even if they launched with 2 a month, that would be 2 airdrops between now and the end of the year, free for you. I cannot say, and I cannot give this more of a glowing recommendation if I tried. So if you've liked this video, please bear in mind I am covering Jupiter on this channel an awful lot. The reason being is I think this it's not really an uncovered gem, it's a gem waiting to shine. So make sure to follow us for more dupe videos. I make one every 2 weeks or so maybe 2 or 3 a month. So please give us a follow, help us grow the channel, and if you like Jupiter or you want more information, feel free to leave a comment below this video. And until next time, you have been great. I have been Mike. See you soon.